Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay. This is a podcast to inspire, uplift, show forth the love of God, and help usher in the spiritual awakening. Welcome to Inspire Me with Jay. Please like, subscribe, and share everywhere. So, I have a guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself? What is your name?
My name is Cecilia Lyon.
And you had a near-death experience, didn't you?
I did. It was in 2017, the end of 17, beginning of 18.
And what happened?
I have a seizure disorder, and my seizure had lasted more than 10 minutes. And I remember seeing light and seeing family members around me, and my granddaughter, who had passed away at age 7, talking to me and telling me that it wasn't time for me yet.
So did you like see yourself come out of your body? Or were you just sort of like immediately in the presence of the light?
I didn't see it, but I felt it. It's like I was looking out normally.
hmm Did you experience coming out of your body, or were you just sort of like instantly out?
It's like it's like I wasn't there physically, but I was there.
hmm Were you like in a
And
different realm, or go ahead.
that's what it felt like.
That you were
And I
like in
was
a
laying down.
go ahead.
I was laying down. So I was looking up as if I was laying down.
hmm So it was kind of like you were just seeing people and you felt the light in the room with you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
So it didn't really feel like you left your body exactly. You were still kind of in your body, but you saw spiritual presences.
exactly. And I knew it was my granddaughter. She looked just the same, but she was standing up and talking. And
When
when she passed away, she was nonverbal, and she'd never been able to stand.
what was she? I mean, how long ago had she passed from the time you had this experience?
About a year and a half.
Okay. So I mean, she
She
probably
was 7.
did she look pretty much the same other than being healthy and being able to stand and
Yes.
to talk?
Well, she was almost 5 feet tall at 7.
hmm And you
So
said there
she
was other
looked the
people.
same.
hmm
My mother, my grandparents, my in laws, it's like they were all together as a family.
hmm They're just sort of like standing over you, kind of like if you were in a hospital
Yes.
bed. Yeah.
Yes.
Were they verbally communicating, or was it just sort of like thought to thought?
Yeah, they were verbally because my granddaughter could never talk. And she was telling me, Nans, no, it's not time yet.
hmm How long did
And
this
most of my
last?
grandchildren,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not sure how long it lasted. I know that I woke up in the hospital. They had to transport me with ambulance, and I was hooked up to all the wires and um, EEGs and everything.
Hmm. Like, what were they wearing?
So I don't know. You know, Brina, my granddaughter, had a dress on, and everybody else was just wearing like light, comfortable clothing, almost like you'd see at the beach, like summer dresses, slacks, blouses.
So were your grandparents young or old?
They looked the age they did when they passed away. They
Hmm.
were in their 70s. I mean, they look like healthy 70s, but they were in their 70s.
Hmm. So it was um almost like a deathbed vision, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'd heard about
And
them.
I
They're kind of
hadn't talked.
similar. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, they are. They're very similar.
So, did it feel like they were there a long time or just like a few minutes?
It felt like a long time.
Hmm. Did you have any other conversations with them besides them saying, it's not
I
your
just
time?
kept trying to get up like I wanted to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept telling me no. Even my granddaughter sat on my bed and told me no. Nan, the only thing she could really say was ma and nans. And
Mm-hmm.
my other grandkids call me nanny. So nans was just short.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Nans, it's not your time.
So,
And I think they're the ones that kept me from going.
hmm. So how did this impact you going forward? Like, obviously you resuscitated and came back.
Yeah, I take life a lot more seriously. I don't take it for granted.
Hmm. Were you very religious
I know
before
when
this?
it's
Hmm.
I wasn't very religious, but I'm spiritual, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one denomination of faith that I follow.
Did this give you hope in an afterlife?
It does. It also instilled in me the fact that when it's my time to go, then I will go. But I won't be alone. I know I'll have people that love me there and that they're watching over me.
Mm-hmm. Was it especially meaningful that your granddaughter was there? Because the loss of a child can be so painful.
It was especially meaningful because I was there when she passed away. And then I knew that she was okay. That was always the thought in my head is she okay? Did
Mm-hmm.
she go somewhere soft and comfortable and happy? And she did.
So, did you see anything else in the room besides them? Like, did you see any colors or anything?
No, it was just like a really bright room.
Mhm.
I didn't see colors. Like I said, the clothes were all very muted, soft, and she had a dress on. My mom had on a blouse and slacks, and my dad had on a blouse, or not a blouse, but a dress shirt and slacks. And my grandpa always wore the same things: his dress pants and a short sleeve dress shirt.
So how many people was there? There was your one set of
And
grandparents,
see,
your
there was
parents,
my
and
mom, my father, um, my in-laws, my grandparents, and my granddaughter. So seven.
hmm. So there was quite a few people there.
Yeah, the
Just kind of
people
like,
that I think that I loved the most, that I had a connection with.
mm-hmm. Were they all kind of like just a few on each side or something?
Yeah, kind of almost all the way around me, up, but up by my head, and then around the foot of me and up the other side. Like they
Mm-hmm.
were standing around me.
So was
almost as if to keep me from leaving.
was this like your daughter's daughter or your
My
son's
daughter's
daughter?
daughter,
Oh,
my
so
daughter's daughter, and I um I lived with them. I helped take care of her,
mhm.
so we were very close.
What kind of condition did she have, your granddaughter?
She had multiple mitochondrial disease, and the specialist said with her degree of disabilities and as many as she had, most kids with this condition live to be 1, maybe 2 years old, and she was 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
we had a lot of years with her that we probably wouldn't have had.
how did your daughter and son-in-law feel when you told them about your experience?
I didn't tell my son-in-law, but I told my daughter about it, and she believed me. She said I can feel her around me all the time.
Hmm.
Even though my daughter's not religious, doesn't she's still very resentful to God for taking her daughter, even though it's been 8 years. Yeah, it's been 8 years. She's still very resentful. But in my heart, I know that he'll forgive that. He can understand why she would be that way.
Mm-hmm. Does it give her peace to know that she lives on and that you confirmed what she was feeling?
I think so. It's something she really doesn't talk about.
Hmm. Is this like an experience that you think about every day?
I think about it a lot. And I know that when my time comes, I'm not going to be alone.
Is it something that feels as real today as it did then?
Oh, yes.
Hmm. What was like the feeling you were having when you were there? Was it just like a sense of peace
It
about it?
was peaceful. Yeah, it was peaceful and calm. Um, there was no noise. I felt comfortable. I wasn't scared.
So has this motivated you to do anything in your life, in terms of like, have you shared your story with people?
Not very many people. I'm a very private person, so I don't share a lot of things. I have a very close circle of people that I talk to about things.
Hmm. So when you were there, were you at the
I'm
hospital
more of
itself?
a,
Oh,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I was just saying, were you at the hospital in the bed when they were talking to you?
Um, I don't know if I was still at home or if I was in the hospital
Hmm. So I mean, your whole
because it,
focus was the experience.
yes, I didn't even realize I was at the hospital. This was in the morning, and I didn't realize I was at the hospital until about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Hmm.
And they kept me there for 3 or 4 days.
Well, like when you came to, were you excited about what had happened?
I don't know if I was excited. It was almost a letdown because even though I have my family here, there was people I loved and I've really missed around me. Almost like if you could be in both worlds, you would.
Hmm. So, I mean, you didn't you saw it was bright and you saw them, but that's all you saw. Is that correct?
That's all I saw.
Hmm.
And I can still see it today when I close my eyes, just like it was then.
Did it sort of give you less fear of death yourself? Like when it's my time,
Yes,
you know, you live
it
on.
does give me less fear. Well, and I live alone. I still have the seizures, but I'm not as afraid anymore.
Did you feel like God was present there too, in the light?
I don't know if I felt like it was God. I felt there was something there that created this peaceful place to be. I don't know if it was God. I don't know what it was. I was thankful for it.
So does it I mean, does it motivate you to get up each morning with that thought?
Um, I don't know if it motivates me to get up each morning. I wake up and I'm thankful that I woke up, and I try to do the best I can every day. I try to be a kind person. Ah,
Mm.
there we go. Somebody was trying to call.
Mm. So is there anything else you want to share about this experience?
I'm just very thankful for it. My life at the time was total chaos, and it put a lot of things into perspective.
Like what did it put in perspective specifically?
That I can do anything I want to do, and I can be who I want to be, and it's okay. I don't have to be something that everybody else thinks I should be. I'm the grandmother of 23.
Hmm.
So I try to be positive and happy and teach them that go through life and be kind.
Has it given you a greater sense of empathy?
Yes, especially for others that are disabled.
Hmm. Well, have you had like the chance to reach out to other parents, grandparents who they've lost a child at a young age and sort of said, "This is what happened to me. Your child or grandchild is in a better place."
No, because most of the people I know that have lost somebody don't consider it a better place.
Hmm. Do you consider it a better place?
Uh, it felt better to me,
Hmm.
especially with the chaos that our world is in right now. It felt like a better place.
Did it give you any perspective on this life in terms of, you know, what is the meaning of life or what is our purpose
I
here?
think I think my purpose is to be kind to others, because you never know if that's the only kindness they see that day, especially homeless or disabled elderly, especially the elderly, because they may not have much family. They may not get a hug, they may not get a smile. So I try to be that person.
Yeah, it's cool. So, is there any final words you want to leave before we close out?
I just don't want people to think that this is the end, because it's not. There is something out there. I may not understand it, but there is something out there. And if you believe in God, then that works for you, then that's what you do. Don't try to be who other people think you should be.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, when you pass, in most cases, you'll be greeted by a loved one or somebody, that maybe an angel or whatever. So you won't be completely alone crossing over. That there's,
Exactly.
yeah. So, yeah, well, thanks for being on today. It was a pleasure to have you. Thanks for telling your story.
Thank you for having me, Jay.
Have you ever wondered whether the Bible was compatible with a near death experience? In my book, Heaven's Truth, the parallels between the Bible and the near death experience, your faith will be strengthened while you support this channel. In Heaven's Truth, you will learn about near death experiences and other similar experiences in the Bible. Support for the Bible contained in NDEs, a central theme that runs through both the Bible and NDEs. How the NDE brings the Bible to life for these modern times. Evidence for both the Bible and the NDE, and much more. Great book. Spillers does an excellent job weaving the relationship between NDEs and the scriptures. 5 stars on Amazon, available on Amazon.